Here's my ID. All right. All right. So to start it off, so for the linear one, start off in the calculator, and we click the stat button, and then edit, and then we put in the y, the x and the y values. Then for linear, I went down to linreg and then calculated it. And then I used the a and b and then used it and then put it into y equals ax plus b, which I showed on the paper. Then go back. Then for quadratic, I went down to quadreg and then calculate. Then I used a, b, and c and put it into the y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Then for exponential, down to exponential reg and then calculate. And then I used the a and b and then plugged it into y equals a times b to the x power. Then for logarithmic, I went down to ln reg and then calculate. And then I used the a and b and plugged it into y equals a plus b ln x. Then for sine, went over to calc, then went down to sine reg, went down to calculate, and then I used a, b, c, d, and then plugged it into y equals a times sine, and then in parentheses bx plus c, and then plus d out of parentheses. And then for logistic, I went to calc, and then went down to logistic, and then calculate. And then I used a, b, and c again and plugged into y equals c divided by, in parentheses, 1 plus a e to the power of negative bx. And then for the Desmos part, started off by putting my name in the video project and then made a table with the x and y values. And then here's linear, here's exponential, and then here's quadratic, here's exponential, and then here's the and then exponential was one of the ones that wasn't the same, so I used the numbers and compared it, and then here is and this one's logarithmic, and then this one is sine, and then this one is logistic. And then sine was also the one that wasn't the same. So made the all 6 models, and then the 2 models that weren't the same were exponential and sine, like I said. And then these were the models for it. And then they both ended up being better because the exponential one was better. The exponential one was better was because the green one lined up better with these lines, and it had 3 out of the 5 dots that were closer than the blue line. Then we take those away. Then for sine, it was better because this the Desmos one actually lined up pretty well with the dots, but then the green one wasn't even close, and it was just really far down. It didn't line up with any of the dots. It was very far away. And then I compared the R2 values on Desmos. And I went through it, and sine ended up being the best R2 value, which was 0.9769.